The story is based in 1963, when CIA agent Napoleon Solo goes to extract mechanic Gabby Teller from the hands of the Russians. When he approaches Gabby with his plan to take her away, she is reluctant at first because his motives are not clear. Still, she agrees to go with him when Solo tells her that he is helping her because they need her to find her father, a nuclear scientist named Udo Teller, who is being forced by the Nazis to build their own nuclear weapons. After getting Gabby on board with his plan, Solo asks her to drive her car while he hides in the back seat so they can both escape from there. While trying to run away, they are chased by a very determined Russian agent, who first follows them in his car, successfully surviving the bullets Solo had fired towards him. When he is chasing them, he remembers the briefing they got about Solo, through which he finds that Solo joined the army at the age of 16, and after the war, he was involved in stealing and selling high-end art on the black market. Even though he was wanted by several countries, the Americans thought it would be a waste of his talent if he went to jail, so instead they recruited him, and he is now a successful CIA agent. Back in the present, he is still chasing them, going as far as running behind their car when he has to abandon his own, but they manage to escape him by jumping in the truck that was parked there by another CIA agent to help Solo escape. After escaping from the claws of the Russians, Solo takes Gabby into a hotel, where he leaves her in a room as he is called by his commander, Adrian. When he goes there, he informs Adrian that he successfully extracted Gabby and found that her uncle works for a shipping company in Italy. He is expecting his work to be done and says this to Adrian, but to his surprise, Adrian informs him that his job is not over because of the information he found. They already knew all that, and he has to work until they tell him that it is over. Solo tries to protest, but Adrian reminds him that he still owes them 5 years and tells him to meet him the next morning. The next morning, Adrian takes Solo to a restaurant, where Solo is suddenly attacked in the bathroom by the Russian agent Kuryakin from the previous night. They have to stop fighting when another man comes there and tells Kuryakin not to kill his colleague on the first day of their work together. Solo is shocked to hear this statement and demands an explanation from Adrian. They all go outside to eat, where Adrian and the Russian commander inform them that Dr. Teller is on the verge of a breakthrough in his project. They say that he had almost found the enriched uranium, which is the main ingredient in an atom bomb, and if this happened, it would massively simplify the process, making it possible for everyone to make their own weapon. They are informed that Victoria, the daughter-in-law of the Vinciguerra family, is the mastermind behind all this, and their mission is to infiltrate the company and retrieve the Dr. Teller. Their commanders then leave the restaurant so they can get acquainted, but that doesn't go well as Solo provokes Kuryakin by talking about his parents. Kuryakin flips the table in anger and leaves without saying anything. Later that day, they meet Gabby in a shopping mall and inform her about the mission, as she has to join them in it so they can get information from her uncle. Gabby is confused by all this, so Solo explains that she has to portray Kuryakin's fiancé and introduce him to her uncle when they go to Italy together. Solo leaves after that, leaving the two of them to get to know each other. They all travel to Rome, Italy, with Gabby and Kuryakin portraying a couple, while Solo portrays a sculpture major. They all check into the same hotel with their new identities but pretend not to know each other. When Gabby and Kuryakin go out at night so they can look at all the buildings, Solo also follows them and informs them that they are being followed, and it is probably because they are being checked, so Kuryakin has to stay calm in any situation because he is portraying himself as an architect who doesn't know how to fight. Solo's warnings come in handy as they are soon mugged by two people. Kuryakin manages to stay calm, only slapping one of the robbers instead of killing them for stealing his father's watch. When they all come back to the hotel, Solo goes to his room, where he invites a hotel worker to drink with him. Meanwhile, Gabby contacts her uncle Rudy and gets an invite to attend the celebrations of the 50th anniversary of the Vinciguerra company. Gabby gets drunk after the call and passes out after forcing Kuryakin to dance with her. Meanwhile, in Solo's room, when the waitress leaves, he searches around and finds several hidden cameras in his stuff. He immediately goes to confront Kuryakin after finding out that they are Russian-made, but leaves silently when Kuryakin brings out several cameras put in his room by Americans. The next morning, before leaving to go for the anniversary, Kuryakin gives Gabby another engagement ring to make it believable for her uncle that they are in love, and he bought her a ring immediately after they got robbed. Solo also goes to the anniversary function and steals an invitation from a man. At first, he pretends to not have an invite, causing a commotion as he fights with the guard, which gets the attention of Victoria Vinciguerra, who comes to apologize to him for the misunderstanding, and they get acquainted when she finds out about his amazing stealing skills. Gabby and Kuryakin are also at the event, talking to her uncle Rudy, who keeps asking them about how they met. He doesn't seem satisfied with their story and comments about how it is a shame that she is with a Russian man. Kuryakin gets angry with his statement and excuses himself to go to the bathroom. where he beats up some boys who were being rude to him. When he comes back, he sees Alexander, Victoria's husband and a Nazi sympathizer, flirting with Gabby, which makes him angry, and he pulls her away, saying they have to go back urgently. Meanwhile, Solo convinces Victoria that he can fill the gap in her antique collection and gets invited for a meeting the next day. They all come back to the hotel, where Kuryakin tells Solo that they have succeeded in enriching the uranium and need to move faster. That night, Solo goes out to break into a nuclear plant Vinciguerra has built, but before he can get inside, he bumps into Kuryakin, who had also come there to break into the plant. They decided to work together for the sake of the mission and break in after Kuryakin cuts the power. They are in the middle of their mission when the power comes back, and since they haven't found anything, they still continue to explore and find a secret Swiss-built locker. Solo opens it confidently while telling Kuryakin all about it, when suddenly the alarm starts to ring and they have to run away. The guards that were alerted by the alarm chase them, but they manage to escape by taking a boat, which is crashed by the guards. Solo had escaped from the boat earlier, so he came back to save Kuryakin, and they rushed back to their hotel on bikes. When they were trying to escape, Victoria found out about the breach and went to their hotel to find Solo, but to her surprise, he was already in his room. That night, Gabby gets a call from her uncle, who asks to meet her privately. The next morning, they put a tracker on Gabby before she could go to meet her uncle, and Kuryakin silently followed her to keep an eye on the events. Her uncle comes to pick her up, and together they go to Vinciguerra State, where she meets with Alexander. She says to him that she knows her father is here and works for them, so she wants to meet him. In the meantime, Solo is also in Vinciguerra State, as he came to meet Victoria for their meeting. She offers him a drink, which he takes, but is surprised when he finds that it has been drugged. When he asks Victoria about it, she reveals that Gabby has betrayed them and told her uncle and Alexander about them being Russian and American agents. Solo slowly loses consciousness, slipping into a deep sleep. On the other side, Kuryakin had escaped quickly when he heard Gabby betraying them, while Gabby had earned her uncle and Alexander's trust, and they took her to meet her father. When Solo wakes up again, he is tied to an electric chair, and Victoria is standing in front of him. She calls Rudy in, who has a history of torturing people, and leaves to let him handle Solo. Rudy is torturing Solo when Kuryakin silently sneaks up on Rudy and changes the situation as they now tie Rudy to the same chair. He easily gives them the information, revealing that the bomb is hidden on an island. Rudy is hoping that they will spare his life, but they accidentally burn him on the electric chair and leave from there. Meanwhile, Gabby goes to the island, where she is reunited with her father and manages to convince him not to make the atom bomb. Solo and Kuryakin are approached by an MI6 officer, Alexander Waverly, who reveals that Gabby is working undercover for him and that it was all their plan to expose them. Solo and Kuryakin are shocked by the revelation, but Alexander says that it was all necessary and that Gabby betrayed them so she could complete her own mission. On the island, Gabby is helping her father complete the bomb when Victoria comes there with her guards and asks them to take Gabby away. She then reveals that she knows about their plan and threatens tell her to put on the correct lens or she will kill Gabby. When he finishes his task, she kills him after taking the computer disk from him. Solo and Kuryakin are flying towards the island, and after carefully planning their moves, they land on the island. They all infiltrate the island and find the dead body of Teller, but to their disappointment, the computer disks are gone. While searching around, Solo finds Kuryakin's stolen watch on a guard and picks it up. When they are busy searching the island, Alexander tries to escape with the warhead and Gabby, but Solo and Kuryakin chase them and eventually kill Alexander. Solo finds the computer disk with Teller's research but realizes that Alexander's warhead was fake and Victoria has run away with the real warhead. They are all on the ship, trying to locate Victoria, but it doesn't work until Solo talks to her about how they killed Alexander. He distracts her by talking about her family, and in the meantime, Waverly launches a homing missile, destroying the boat with a nuclear weapon and also killing Victoria in the process. When they come back to their hotel, Kuryakin is contacted by his commander, who informs him that they heard that Americans have it and he needs to take it back because anyone who has that disc will be the most powerful. Kuryakin goes to Solo's room and notices the disc on his table. Solo returns his stolen watch to him, and he changes his plans to confront Solo and instead reveals that his assignment was to kill Solo and take the disc for his government. To his surprise, Solo replies that he knew this and had the same orders. Instead of fighting for the disc, they burn its contents so no one can have this dangerous weapon. Later, they reunite with Gabby and Waverly, as the three of them have been reassigned to Waverly's international organization.
Waverly gives them a new mission under a new code name, U.N.C.L.E.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications to help the channel out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.